Hey everybody, welcome back to our Steampunk Summer Science series. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about diffraction grating, which you can see a little bit with your ordinary CDs. However, we're going to make it a little bit fancy. So we're going to use diffraction grating to make these really fun CD Suncatchers. So let's get started. Alright, so in order to make our CD Suncatcher, it doesn't take a lot of supplies, but what you're going to need here is you're going to need an old CD or DVD. Either way works, as long as it's got that lovely sheen. You're going to want some construction paper, any color, scissors, and some tape. Any type of tape will do. I've got painter's tape here, but you can definitely use Scotch tape like we did in these ones. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to kind of measure the circumference of your CD. And you can just cut along the outside of it, or if you'd like, you can use a pen or pencil. I'm going to go ahead and just use a pen here to go around the sides. It doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see. I just flubbed it up a bit. That's fine though. We don't have to be perfect, we're going to cut it up anyway. Once you got your circle, which you can kind of see on the paper here, you can just go ahead and cut it out. So the pen is an optional supply. Again, don't have to be perfect with your circle. And save the rest for some other project because we like recycling here. Alright, just making sure it's about the right size. I'm going to want to make sure that I take out a little bit of the middle, because the thing is, if we want to later, we can use a string to hang this, but we have to have somewhere to string it through. So one of the ways that makes it easy to cut from the middle is if I actually take and fold here. Fold my thing in half, and this is also can get us a nice symmetrical design too. So you could do it in a circle, like with this one we have here, which kind of has like this kind of fun gear look going on. But I really like the star we have going on here, so I'm going to go with something kind of more like that. I like the star a lot. It reminds me of Peter Pan, Neverland, you know. So I think I'm going to copy that. Second star to the right and straight on till morning. Alright. That's not perfect, but didn't need to be. Kind of looks like a little man. Alright. And then I'm going to fold it a couple more times because I want a nice symmetrical design. So I'm going to fold it into eighths. You can just do quarters. You could also have just cut off the top here. So maybe I'll do that because I didn't really like how the star turned out. It didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it to. So let's just go ahead and make it a circle instead. Yeah. Schloop. I gotta clean my workspace. Alright. Yeah, I think that's fine. Alright. It's a little wide, but I like that. So mine that I'm folding into eighths. You know what, I'm going to do quarters. I'm going to go ahead and let's make it, I want mine to be kind of bubbly, so I'm going to go with that circles theme. I'll go with my eighths again, and let's make it a heart. I like hearts. Since it's round, it's okay that I'm cutting the heart upside down here, because in some parts of the CD it'll be upside down, and in some parts it'll be right side up. Beautiful. And then I have a little heart confetti that I can put in little places. Put it in somebody's shoes, see what happens. I heart your shoes. Make it kind of bubbly on the bottom. I kind of like the wavy look, so I'm gonna go wavy on the outside. Wavy, 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 wavy. And then I'm going to cut out little circular bubbles here, I think. Or maybe, you know what, I'll do a heart in a different direction. Yeah. Heart in a different direction. That'll be fun. And then maybe I'll do a bubble here. Do a bubble here. Alright, cool. Doesn't look like much like this. But it's kind of the same techniques you use if you want to make like little snowflakes. Yeah. Okay, so it didn't end up really being two different direction hearts. It looks more like a heart and a teardrop. But I still like it, and I still think it'll be very lovely. So let's go ahead and tape it down. Take some of my tape here. And I'm going to do it a little bit round because I don't want the tape blocking any of the light. So I'm going to go ahead and make little rolls of it on the sides. That'll make sure I won't block any of my little holes on the tape. Bap. I think I'm going to do 2 more of those. Bap. Bap. And then you're going to want to make sure you press it down on the shiny, shiny side of your CD. Yes. I think this one should give us some lovely diffraction grading. What do you think? Well, I think we'll probably have to go outside and see. Alright, so I've hung up this white sheet so we can see the results a little bit better. Let's take a good look now. Alright, so we've got our lovely Suncatcher here. And unfortunately, the sun wasn't cooperating with us very well today, so instead of going outside, we're going to be using our cell phone camera. We're going to be using their cell phone flashlight, and we're also going to be using a little flashlight here, and you'll see that they each have a little bit of a different result. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn this to face directly here, and I'm going to face my flashlight right at it. And you can kind of see, for one, you can see that lovely pattern with the hearts that we started, and you can see a little bit of the rainbow circles starting in the middle. Closer we get it to the light, we can see them a little bit better. They get a little bit brighter. The angle changes if you change the angle of the light. So what our Suncatcher is doing is called diffraction grading. And each of the little circles, you see a couple of those in the middle, are called caustics. So what's happening is that the light is hitting these tiny, tiny little grooves on the CD, and no, I'm not talking about the inevitable scratches that always show up. I'm talking about the grooves that actually make the sound. If you look really close, you'll see that when I move it like so, there's a sort of indigo circle near the middle, and that's because blue is actually refracted at the shortest wavelength. So the closest one to the circle, or the closest one to the center, is always going to be that blue. So let's go ahead and have a look at what the flashlight does for us. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that one. And there we are. We've got some lovely colors there too. I really like how the flashlight kind of Makes it look very Hunchback of Notre Dame with the circular cutouts. And again, it's mostly the white light we're seeing reflected, but if you look toward the very center, you can see those rainbow colors.